Yeah, I've been on a bad eating um, bender this last couple of weeks. Still under 190 pounds. That's why I got to keep on doing the walking routes, man. Because I'm telling you, man, it's hard for me to stop eating like shit. But I'm gonna get back into health. I mean, it's only been a couple weeks. Yeah, I've had things are going good, but I had a rough week. I almost quit the post office, and because I was angry. Um, what happened was, well, he's not like the supervisor, but a semi supervisor came to give me a package and claimed that my wheels weren't curbed. And I swear they were, but it's possible that they weren't. So that's beside the point. And I was like, nah, they were curbed. And, he said that, oh, no, I took a picture of you. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, sorry. Next time I'll make sure that my wheel is totally not moving before I turn off the vehicle. So then, I text my friend. I'm like, whoa, I just got caught without my wheels being curbed. Lo and behold, 60 seconds later, I see him come back and then leave. I'm like, what the hell, man? They try to catch me again. Now, a big part of this probably was because I was working like I think it was my 18th straight day. So being a little tired, and I was sick at the time, kind of can easily grab onto an excuse. Um, so I told them that I quit, and I proceeded to go back to the post office. And I was talked out of it. And then the next day, I quit again. And then I went home. And then I came back to work. I mean, I left before work started. And, I'm happy that I came back, that the one good thing is the government has rules and procedures. So my text to the boss about quitting didn't count because I have to do it officially. So that's a good thing because, I mean, I would have lived with the decision that I made, but I'm happy that I was able to not quit. So I'm happy about that and take it as a lesson. Um, Lesson learned. But yeah, about just letting something piss you off. Just don't dot your I's, cross your T's. It's possible to make a mistake. I didn't intentionally not curb my wheels, and I could still swear to God I did because I always do. It's the Murphy's Law. It's that one time you don't that you get caught, right? That's the way it is. It's the one time you don't lock your door. It's like pettiness. Um, there's a mailbox just right on the side of the building. I'm right there. You know what I mean? I'm dismounting at that building. But technically, that brief little period, you need to lock your vehicle, even though you're only there for a second. So I thought that I was going to get a verbal warning for being late because I did work that day. Because I was figuring, I didn't play the game of not answering the phone when I had my day off and I came into work. I show a good attitude. I don't cause any drama. And so if I'm thinking maybe I'll just get a verbal warning. So, I didn't get my union steward or anything. And lo and behold, I get a written warning. And it's not the end of the world, but the baffling thing is, it's like 2 years for the thing to stay on your record for being late. I mean, 2 years. I mean, for being late. I mean, seriously, that's extreme. Yeah, it's not. It's difficult not to be like kind of miffed that you're late, and they call it AWOL. It's like you were late. I mean, I did text the boss, so it wasn't as if I didn't communicate. It's a little extreme. For 2 years, you're going to have that on your record of being late. I mean, especially when everyone's calling out sick every week, and you're doing a route, and then you're doing pieces after that because everyone's out. You know what I mean? So you think a little bit of give and take, that maybe a verbal warning, considering the circumstances, but I'm letting it go. Lesson learned. Don't act out of anger. Don't make a decision because you're pissed off. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I was late. And I kind of disagree with their wording. It makes it sound like I took a week off. I didn't take a week off. I showed up late and I went to work. And you know what I mean? And using the term AWOL about it, I mean, it's like, it's a little extreme. It's like a psychological effect that term has. Never mind the 2 years. It's, a little bit of give and take, I think. Is, you go a long way if you can forgive, But I was late. Well, lesson learned. If you're really pissed off, use your time. You know what I mean? Don't make a mistake. The job's a good job. It's just a petty job in some aspects, and sometimes that pettiness kind of, it's just, when you're being watched. I mean, I wouldn't have been upset if it was safety that had approached me, but when it's not safety and they're taking pictures of you. I mean, he didn't show me the photo, but still, it kind of, you know what I mean? It kind of creates paranoia. You know what I mean? It's paranoia almost. What can I say? I have to work under that kind of cloud where you're being watched secretively for any mistake that you make. And then if you screw up one time and you haven't screwed up at all, and then they discipline you and they don't give you a break. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just a little bit, I guess, there's excuses. So that's all they are. Excuses to have a bad attitude. So let it go and just do the best you can. That's what I'm going to do. I've gotten better, though. I'm getting the routes done by like 2:45 now. And it's big when I've been on the same route for like 5 days in a row. And I had a hold down for a week. So when you're on the same route every day, you get to really know it. And yeah, it's really good. Then you remember all the loops inside your head. It's easy. You can case it faster. So now I'm out on the street before 9. So it makes a big difference, especially when you're doing a piece every single day, because it's a small shop I'm in, but everybody's out all the time. So, it's kind of annoying sometimes. Like someone has to be out sick or they're using leave. But I guess if you want to use up all your leave by May, what are you going to do, right? You're going to have none. So, yeah, I'm doing a lot better at delivering and with the packages and the shortcuts that I see. So that's making me feel good. Because I know I can do the routes well. I just focus on getting better and ignore management pretty much, because it's annoying getting phone calls when you're trying to get stuff done and you're working, and then you have to stop what you're doing and you have to answer the phone. And it's just a question, how you doing out there? I mean, Jesus, man, I'm working, dude. I'm not going to tell you I'm doing bad. You know what I mean? So it's a kind of a stupid question. I mean, I was approached on the street, and I didn't know it was the boss at first because I was at the cluster box. How you doing? I thought it was just a customer. I'm doing good, and I could hear the tone. Oh, it's like, oh, it's the boss. And he was a little bit upset, I think, about me saying I'm doing good, because it was around 6 o'clock. But same token, I did a route that I rarely do, and now I'm doing like another piece, and it was a heavy mail day. So I mean, what the heck, dude? The Jedi mind tricks. We'll give you a 2-hour piece and tell you it's a 1-hour piece. Try it out. I'm getting the text, Joseph, time's of the essence. Need you to pick it up, Just develop thick skin. That's what you got to do. And just focus on getting better, and you'll get better. This Ben & Jerry's caramel chocolate cheesecake's pretty good. So I'm happy that I didn't quit. Having thin skin's always been a problem of mine. The post office should do is have a 4 on. And cheapers. A 4 on and 4 off rotating backwards schedule with 2 different teams that work each. Because I probably wouldn't have gotten pissed off like that if I had a day off. You know what I mean? And I have good stamina. But yeah, when you're getting kind of fatigued from the days and you have the stress of money that you're spending to get to work and you're sick, things might get to you. And you might do something and make a decision that you might regret, It's the way they design the workforce that has designed it so you're working that many days in a row. I mean, there has to be a way to design it where it can be normal. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm delivering the packages in with the mail pretty good. I'm I'm using the load truck feature, but now once I know the route good enough, I don't have to write the number on the label anymore because I know the route and I know all the loops. So once you get to know a route good enough, it becomes so much easier because you're going to be able to load your truck so much faster, and you're going to be able to grab the mail for the loop so much faster. So everything gets faster because then you get to know the route in your mind. You're not looking at notes and you're not reading the DPS to figure out what the loop is because you know the loop. So then you grab the DPS and then you go. It's faster. All that works together, and then you're not so anxious. So at the start, you might be like, damn, I can't do this. How the hell can I do this? But if it's just because you don't know the route good enough yet. Once you get to know the route, you'll get it done in time. Because I'm finishing the routes before 3 o'clock now. And I'm getting out at 9. So I'm getting the routes done under 6 hours. So, and that's because I've landed on the same route day to day, and now I know it. And everything falls into place. And then your packages that you're delivering, yeah, it's easier to remember the packages and to integrate delivering the packages in with your route. And then it's just so much easier to do that. And everything just gets so much better. And then you're not, because that's part of the thing too. You have to ignore management on. And so they can try to fuck with you about speed. And for me, I'm like, it's like you're accusing me of lollygagging. And I'm not lollygagging, dude. I'm a fast walker, and I'm ready for the mailbox each time I get there. I'm not screwing off. So, I could take it personally. You're accusing me of not working, you know what I mean? And then it winds me up. And then I'm pissed off, So it's like, I know that I'm working with good effort. I know that I'm improving. So I don't have to give a shit what the fuck anybody else is saying. Because all that's going to do is just wind me up, get my head rolling, thinking, and being crazy. If I just keep it focused on, hey, do the best you can and improve, then I don't have to worry about anything else. And then I don't have to. I guess that's the way to develop thick skin. Is if you can just focus on getting better for yourself. Then it's not a big deal. Then you don't have to be focused on what other people are doing or saying. So when it comes to the coworkers, man, it's a really good job. It really is. It's probably the best job I've had when it's come to getting along with coworkers. Really, it's really cool. So that's a benefit, a positive aspect of being a mail carrier is the coworkers. Well, at least in my shop, this is a small shop, and they're cool. They're nice, and when I got back the next day, a lot of them welcomed me back. So that was a heart-warming experience to realize that my coworkers cared about me, So that was pretty cool. So I'm not shitting on the post office, and not all managers are the same. I'm sure in different shop, that same thing happened. It might have just gave me a verbal warning. But, different managers, different strokes. So, and maybe in a different shop, that quit notice, they would have taken it seriously and not let me come back, maybe. Who knows? Just dot your I's, cross your T's. Even though you don't intentionally do things, it's possible you skip a step. It's possible that I didn't curb my wheels. And it's not that I didn't do it on purpose, but fallouts fails. You're just always wearing your seatbelt. You're always curbing your freaking wheels. You're always taking your key. Follow the rules on that. You can't deliver to more than one house without your satchel. And I think the maximum for an unlocked is 2 houses, I think. And it has to be within sight. You can't go out of sight of the vehicle. So cover your ass. Just if you're going to do a dismount, just keep it to one house, not to lock your car or your vehicle. Just cover your ass and lock your vehicle, because it's a game of pettiness. It really is. It's the petty shit that'll get you. I mean, I think if you're slow, I don't think they can do much to you, but I think they can do shit to you if they catch you. My new managers are playing safety. They're out there observing, folks, catching people. So you have some managers that are like that, they're the coppers, out there trying to bust ass. So therefore, you just have to cover your ass and I was told that they observed someone driving with their door open through an intersection. I don't know if that's true. Because I was told that I'm not the only one, that they've been watching everybody. Gave me that as an example. I have a hard time believing that. I not curbing every once in a while. I can believe that. Driving without your seatbelt, I can believe that in some scenarios. I'm on a city with a hill, and sometimes the seatbelt locks. And then you can't free it because it's locked tight. So you violate the rules. Driving with your door open. No. No, it's a game of covering your ass. Always curb the friggin' wheels. Do all your scans. Wear your seatbelt. Because it's easy to make those mistakes and to skip a step when you're trying to run because you're being influenced by management. And, there's different managers. And there are the managers that are all about trying to turn you into a runner. You know what I mean? And that's basically what they are, kind of like runner coaches, trying to get you to run the route. And when you're running the route, that's when you make mistakes. When you run the route, that's when you're going to misdeliver. That's when you might not curb your wheel and think you did. Swear to God, you did. Because you're running the route and you're going to make mistakes. So don't let them make you run the route. Always the fundamentals. Lock, park, curb, brake, take your lock, take your keys and then lock, obviously. And then rinse and repeat every dismount. That's why I hate dismounts, because it really isn't a flow experience. That's why I like walking routes, because it makes you feel like you're flowing. You got the bundle on your arm, you get boom, and you're just like, it makes you feel like you're going places and you're doing it. Dismounts it just doesn't feel that way. So yeah, I like residential walking routes. Those are good routes. So, and ups and downs, make mistakes, you get back up and you continue to try to do your best. Try not to let your head and your thinking lead you, and your feelings lead you to make a decision that you would regret. So, in hindsight, I think I've done well, to be honest with you. I was on some routes that I barely know, and the new management came in, and we were doing pieces after it too. So, I mean, it's kind of a bum deal to be on routes that you're weak on, and then have the new bosses come in. And if I was on a route that I'm really strong at, you know what I mean, it would have been a much better first impression. So it's kind of a bum deal. I've kind of felt a little bit like, damn, dude, bad timing. Because I think that's a lot of what has triggered the pressure about speed. And it's like, and this week, I guess the 501b told some people that I'm doing really well, and it's cool. But I'm just as fast this week as I was 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Because I'm on a route that I know. You know what I mean? Last week, I was on a weak route that I didn't really know that well. So, you know what I mean? It's just bad timing sometimes. It's not that I'm putting less effort in. I'm putting in the same effort every day. It's just, that kind of, sometimes it's just bad luck. Bad luck. Bad timing sometimes. It's not a big deal. So don't let your mind get to you. And let you guys go. And thank you.